All right, welcome
All
to
right,
Tom
good
Koskela
afternoon,
Memorial
Cherry
Field. We've got
football
a
fans. This is Robert
beautiful
Pearson
day for
broadcasting to you guys live today from Tom
football.
Koskela Memorial Field,
Tonight's game
where the
features
Cherry
the
Tigers
4-1
junior high football team
Littlefork
welcomes the
Bigfalls
Littlefork
Vikings
Bigfalls Vikings
versus your
football team.
4-0 Cherry Tigers.
Cherry comes in today with a record of 4-0, having
The
beaten
starting
Ely
offense
50-20,
tonight for Littlefork. On the line,
Northwoods
we have
58-6.
Mason Marty,
Northwoods again 56-0,
Coda Briggs,
and Southridge 58-16.
Damian June, Ryan Carey, and Jimmy York. Your backs for tonight: Delano Moorer, Bryson Davis, Raleigh Vance, and your quarterback Corbin Kennedy.
We'd like to thank those of you who are tuned in
And
watching
now
at home
your
for doing
Cherry
so.
Tigers.
If you enjoyed the broadcast, please hit that like button.
Starting number 3, Max Bouch. Number 5, 8th grader Jackson Bayless. Starting at number 7, 8th grader Raph Urbom. And number 8, Eli Greenlee. Number 11, Austin Gibson. Number 40, Reed Lind. Number 44, Colton Corrado. Number 55, the big man in the middle, Vanelli Esparza. Number 62, Vladimir Stokes. We got number 2, Lamont Sersha. Number 4, Uriah Segon. Number 10, Asher Acosta. Number 22, C.J. Turkala. Number 18, Ryan Grengruth. And number 83, D.J. Olson.
Your starting lineup for the Cherry Junior High football team. Number 3, Max Bouch. Number 5, Jackson Bayless. Number 7, Raphael Urbom. Number 8, Eli Greenlee. Number 11, Austin Gibson. Number 40, Reed Lind. Number 44, Colton Croteau. Number 55, Benelli Esperanza. And number 62, Vladimir Stokes.
You have your other roster? Or flip that one over. I think. Thank you.
Vikings will be kicking off. Cherry will receive the ball here to start off the game. On offense, Cherry's got a talented backfield that plays fast and physical. The O-line works hard at opening holes for their backs to get into the secondary, and holding blocks will allow the quarterback Jackson Bayless to get the ball out on their passing plays. They've been fortunate enough to have quite a bit of talent everywhere on the offensive side of the ball, getting 6 different players touchdowns in games, and others have 2-point conversions. We'll see if the Tigers are able to keep the ball rolling. There's the kick from the Vikings. Gathering the ball up is number 5 for the Tigers. Number 3, Max Bouch. Nice return from Bouch as he gets up to the Vikings. Well, it'll be the 50-yard line. Tigers look to take over from there. 1st and 10 from the 50 here in the first quarter. Beautiful fall evening here for some Northwoods 9-man football. Bayless under center, 3 wide receivers to the right. Pass out to Bouch. Bouch upfield. Tackled by number 2 for the Vikings. That'll be Bolter Payton.
Quick pass from Bayless to Bouch. Good for 12 yards and a Tiger first down.
That'll be first down for the Tigers. 1st and 10 from the Vikings 38-yard line. Starting defense for the Vikings will be Coda Briggs, Mason Marty, Ryan Carey, James Bjork. Linebackers will be Peyton Bolter, who just made the tackle, Corbin Kennedy, Bryson Davis, and Matt Rosenthal with Lorgan Horn as their safety. Bayless again under center. Takes a look over at his receivers. Gets the snap, drops back to pass, sees pressure right away, rolls to the left, throws a pass up. Bouch gets behind the defense, grabs the pass, and runs it in for the touchdown.
Bayless throws a dot to Bouch for a Tiger touchdown.
Fantastic play as Bayless rolls out to his left, throws away from his throwing side, finds Bouch all by himself behind the defense, and Tigers jump out to the early 6-0 lead. Tigers line up for 2. Bayless takes the snap, hands off to number 7. Number 7, nice little hesitation, gives the shoulder fake. Defender bites, goes around the side, and Raphael Urbaum runs it in for 2. 8-0 Tigers with the early lead. Jackson Bayless, the quarterback, throwing off some big arm there. Been asking the kids a couple of their favorite things. So as the broadcast goes along, we'll try to work it in with Jackson Bayless, the quarterback. He is number 5. Favorite pregame food, he says, is a cheeseburger. His favorite football memory for the year has been beating Southridge. And his favorite college or pro football team is the Vikings. And if he could meet a pro football player, he would want to meet Ashton Gianti. There's the kick off to the Vikings. Vikings player picks it up, starts to run up the sideline. Out of bounds does he go. That'll be Raphael Urbaum, the one who just scored the 2-point conversion, rides him out of bounds.
Good for a gain of 15, tackled by Urbaum.
Now, Vikings do come in today with a 4-1 record, having wins over Northwoods, Lake of the Woods, Black Duck, and Northwoods again. Their one loss of the year has come to Northolm. So they come out, and they'll have a bunched backfield. Quarterback takes the snap out of the pocket, looks to run, wants to make a cut up the field. Bouch able to keep him from the big gain, swings him down after a short gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Vikings. Vikings start an offense tonight. On the line will be Mason Marty, Coda Briggs, Damian June, Ryan Carey, and Jimmy York. Quarterback is Corbin Kennedy. Their backs are Delano Maurer, Bryson Davis, and Rowley Vance. There goes the handoff. Just a bunch of Tigers waiting for him as that tackle made by Urbaum yet again. Number 7 for the Tigers, busy early.
Raleigh Vance on the carry. No gain on the play.
Be a loss of about a yard. Now it's 3rd and 8 here for the Vikings. Raphael Urbaum, favorite pregame food, he says, is anything. What his favorite football memory is this year is when he got pulled up to play some JV. Vikings are his favorite team, and if he could meet one player, he says it's Sam Darnold. There's the pass out to Kennedy, number 12. Kennedy breaks a tackle, then finds the arms of a bunch of Tigers waiting for him as
Mauer on the carry.
Bayless,
2 on the play.
and
Urbom in on the tackle.
Esparza were waiting for him.
Urbom and Bayless.
Short gain on the play, 4th and 6 now for the Vikings.
Sorry, Max.
Looks like the Vikings are going to try to punt. Bouch back to receive. It'll be Bolter Payton back. Drops the punt, and it's a pretty good one. Bouch gathers it in, looks to run up the left side, trying to set up his blockers, gets pushed out of bounds by number 12. Ryder McClellan pushes him out of bounds. Tigers take over at the Vikings 44-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers.
Brings it to the 43-yard line.
6:24 remaining here in the first quarter. Tigers with the 8-0 lead. Bouch's favorite pregame food is anything with carbs. One of his favorite football memories is when they went to McDonald's for 2 hours. His favorite college is LSU, and Ashton Giante is his football player, pro athlete that he would love to be able to meet. Bayless under center, in motion. Handoff goes up for no gain. Urbom gets stopped. It'll be 2nd and 10.
For a gain of 1.
That's why I don't coach football. I would coach like a that was a bad game.
Tigers at 2nd and 10. Walk up to the line. Bayless under center. Bouch and Greenlee out to the wing. Greenlee in motion. This time Bayless on the keeper, does another shoulder shift, runs through, gets brought down by number 22 of the Vikings.
Bayless on the carry for the Tigers. Good for a Tiger first down. Raleigh Vance with the tackle for the Vikings.
That's Raleigh Vance bringing him down. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Vikings 25-yard line. Bayless under center. Bouch goes in motion. Bayless drops back to pass. He sees pressure right away, throws it up. That ball picked off by a Viking. Payton Bolter with the interception.
Bayless
First mistake of the night for either team.
Vikings, Payton Bolter with the interception.
Vikings take over on their 23-yard line. Vikings come to the line. Inside run to number 22. Just keeps his feet driving.
22 Vance on the carry. Good for a Vikings first down.
Vance
Brought
carries
down by a slew of Tigers.
about 5 Tigers for 6 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 Vikings ball from the Tigers' 40-yard line. Flag on the play. False start on the Vikings. Be 1st and 15. Vikings call the first time out of the half. With 4:22 left in the first quarter, Tigers lead 8-0. Vikings have the ball. When we come back, it'll be 1st and 15 from the 35-yard line. Okay, welcome back. 4:22 left in the first quarter. Tigers leading 8-0 over the Littlefork Bigfalls Vikings. Handoff goes inside to number 12 for the Vikings. Bunch of hard running. Duzzy gets brought down by number 5 for the Tigers, Jackson Bayless.
Maurer on the carry.
Number 12 is Maurer.
Jackson Bayless on the tackle.
Talked to Drew at all last Thursday? I didn't realize it was him until that.
9-yard run for Maurer. Now it's 2nd and 6. Handoff goes to the inside to number 4. That's Bryson Davis. He gets brought down by Max Bouch.
Davis on the carry, good for a gain of 3. Bouch with the tackle.
Now 3rd down and 2 for the Vikings. After being 1st down and 15, Vikings have had some hard runs to shorten up the chains.
So she messed up at the new job yet? Wait till tax season. Y'all survived again. Oh, sorry. It was way too close.
Number 12, Maurer under center. Takes the handoff, tries to run to the outside, gets met by a bunch of Tigers, breaks a tackle in the backfield, fights his way to a 1st down. Good hard run by the quarterback. Now it's 1st and 10 for the Vikings, and they find themselves inside Tiger territory for the first time tonight. Vikings up to the line. Under center is number 80. Definitely do a good job of keeping you off balance by who they keep under center. This is Corbin Kennedy. He'll hand it off to Bauer. Maurer tackled by a couple of Tigers after a short gain on the play. 2nd down and 6
brought down by Bouch
for the Vikings. Vikings just content to ground and pound right now. Tigers haven't shown the ability to stop them in their tracks as of yet. This drive. Another flag. False start on the play. False start on Maurer. Pushes the Vikings back. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Vikings.
Who the Jets would you rather have? Devontae Adams or Hassan Reddick? Probably Devontae Adams. Their defense is pretty stout.
Well, once again, I'd like to thank those of you at home who are watching for doing so. If you enjoyed the broadcast, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the Cherry Tiger Sports page, please hit that subscribe button and click the notification tab to keep up all things Tiger Cherry Sports related. Tigers leading 8-0 here as the first quarter starts winding down. Vikings have the ball, 2nd and 11 after a false start. Little bit of a misdirection as number 22 breaks it outside, gets to the edge of the Tigers, gets chased down and tackled by number 83 for the Tigers. Flag on the play. Tackle made by John Olson to save the touchdown.
On the big carry.
But
John Olson with the touchdown saving tackle.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness on the horse collar tackle by Olson. First and 10 for the Vikings from Cherry's 13-yard line. Handoff. Viking player tries to make it to the outside, can't do it, gets tackled after a short 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 8 as Maurer gets brought down.
Bouch with the tackle.
Now 2nd down and 8 for the Vikings at the Tigers' 11-yard line. That's going to do it. That's going to wrap up the first quarter with Cherry leading 8-0, but the Vikings threatening. When we come back, it'll be 2nd and 8 from Cherry's 11-yard line for the Vikings. This is Robert Pearson with Cherry Tigers YouTube Sports. Welcome back, football fans. This is Robert Pearson with Cherry Tigers YouTube Sports, broadcasting from Tom Koskela Field as the Tigers have the 8-0 lead over the Littlefork Bigfalls Vikings in junior high football. Vikings start off the quarter on a 2nd and 8 from the Tigers' 10-yard line. See if they can punch it in. Vikings have a power running game and have been putting that to use, controlling the clock for the last half of the first quarter, heading into the second. Another flag on the play. They're going to get the Vikings for another false start. That's their 3rd of the game so far, pushing the Vikings back to, it's like 2nd and 13. Call it 2nd and 13 from the 15-yard line here. It's Corbin Kennedy under center here for the Vikings. Vikings give a hard count and give the Tigers a taste of some of the medicine they've been swallowing so far as they get the Tigers to jump off sides. Excuse me. Tigers jump off sides. The Vikings get there 5 yards back. Now it's back to, call it 2nd and 7 from the 10. Kennedy under center. Third flag in as many attempts as this time the Vikings jump off sides. And it's back to 2nd and 12 for the Vikings. Just a reminder, in case the kids let you forget, it's junior high football. Kennedy out of shotgun for the first time today. Takes the snap, rolls out. That ball deflected on the pass attempt by number 2, Lamont Sersha.
Back to pass, and Lamont Sersha with the tip pass.
And just like that, now 3rd and long. It's a 3rd and 12 for the Vikings. Got to believe this is 4 down territory here for the Vikings. Kennedy will run in with the play. Checking in for the Vikings is number 70, James Bjork. Back out of their power formation. Kennedy gets the snap, hands off to number 22, turns the corner, makes a cut upfield, breaks a couple of tackles, drags some Tigers in for the touchdown. Hard running for the Vikings as number 22.
Great run by Raleigh Vance.
Raleigh Vance drags 5 Tigers past the goal line, and the Vikings are on the board 8-6. Well, Vikings come out looking like they're going to go for a 2-point conversion here. Kennedy under center. Takes the pitch to Vance. Vance cuts up field. Works to drive some Tigers. Not going to do it. Tigers defense stands tall. Max Bouch and Urbaum there to make the stop.
Raleigh Vance on the attempt is no good. Urbaum and Bouch.
So with 9:11 remaining here in the first half, Vikings will kick the ball off to the Tigers. That'll be Matthew Rosenthal set to kick off for the Vikings. Back to receive will be Bouch. Gathering the ball is number 4 for the Tigers. Breaks a tackle, tries to cut up field. Not going to get anywhere. Tackled by number 4 for the Vikings, Bryson Davis, as the Tigers take over after a short return. Tigers ball 1st and 10 from their 45-yard line. Tigers come out of a wing T formation. Tigers haven't been on offense in quite a while. Bouch goes in motion. Bayless pitches to Bouch. Bouch, nice block from the Tigers as Bouch hits the corner, runs upfield, gets tackled out of bounds after the good run. First and 10 after the 10-yard gain for the Tigers from the Vikings 44-yard line. Nice blocking by the Tigers, left side of their line. Greenlee in motion. Bayless hands it off to Urbom. Urbom gets the corner, heads up field, pushed out of bounds by Maurer.
Urbom on the carry.
Good 13-yard run by Urbom.
The Tigers first down.
First and 10 again for the Tigers from the Vikings 31-yard line. Running off the field for the Vikings is number 2, Peyton Bolter. Going back on field is Rowley Vance, number 22. 2 plays, 2 first downs for the Tigers. See if they can keep the momentum going. Bouch in motion. Bayless hands it off to Eli Greenlee on the misdirection. Greenlee, nice, good run up to the
Greenlee on the carry.
Call it the 24-yard line. 24-yard line. It'll be second down and 2 for the Tigers. It'll be Greenlee's first carry of the game. Greenlee's favorite pregame food is peanut butter and jelly sandwich with a granola bar. His favorite football memories when they went to McDonald's and had to wait for a couple of hours. His favorite pro football team, he likes the Minnesota Golden Gophers. His favorite college teams are the Gophers, the Georgia Bulldogs, and the Colorado Buffaloes. And if he could meet anyone, it's Justin Jefferson as a football player. Handoff goes to Urbom. Urbom runs upfield, makes a couple of nice cuts. Tackled after the first down run by big number 70 for the Vikings. That's going to be James Bjork on the tackle. 10-yard run by Urbom gives the Tigers yet another first down. First and 10 for the Tigers from the 15-yard line of the Vikings.
Happy birthday. Jordan's birthday.
Birthday's not exciting. They're not very exciting.
She'll let everybody know.
Yeah, for those of you listening at home, we'd like to wish a happy birthday to Jordan Christensen. Big C, as they call him. Happy birthday, sir. Bouch takes the pitch, tries to get upfield, can't quite get the corner. It'll be second down and 9 for the Tigers. Bayless will come trotting in after he gets the call. Bayless from under center. Asher Acosta checking in, goes in motion. They hand off to Urbom. Urbom gets met in the backfield by number 70, James Bjork, as he wraps him up, and they get their first tackle for a loss tonight. That's a 3-yard loss. It's going to be third down and 11 for the Tigers.
Bjork with the big tackle.
Bayless under center. Asher in motion, but the Tigers jump off sides. That's number 44, Colton Croteau. Jumped off, and for as smooth as the Tigers offense looked for the first 3 plays of this drive, they've sort of stalled out now, and it's 3rd and 16 for the Tigers. Tigers offense has stalled out the last few times. Come back out in the wing tee. Bayless under center. He's got Acosta and Bouch to his sides with Urbom behind him in the running back position. Gets the snap, drops back to pass, throws it out. That ball picked off by Maurer. Maurer read it perfectly, made a break on the ball. Now he's running after the catch. Finally tackled at the 34-yard line for the Tigers.
Picked off by Maurer. He'll bring it back to the 35-yard line.
That'll be Bayless's second pick of the game.
First down.
Tried to get it to Max Bouch. Maurer read it perfectly, made a break on the ball. And now Vikings take over. It's 1st and 10 from their 34-yard line. 4:36 left in the second half. Vikings see if they can capitalize on the turnover and try to get their first lead of the night as Maurer just intercepted it, takes the snap, cuts up field, gets brought down by a handful of Tigers. Refs will call it a first down run, so after 10-yard gain, it's 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the Vikings from their 49-yard line. Hard run by Maurer. Vikings have the Tigers on their heels right now. Kennedy bobbles the snap, hands it off to number 4, and he just gets dropped in the backfield by number 2, Lamont Sersha. Sersha right on cue.
Davis on the tackle.
One of his favorite football memories is when he got a pick 6 in Ely. His favorite pro football team is the Vikings. He'd love to be able to meet Tyreek Hill. His favorite pregame food is Gatorade chicken and a biscuit, crackers, and granola bars. That brings up 2nd and 13 for the Vikings. Here's the snap. Kennedy hands off inside to Rowley. Rowley breaks free. Now it's a foot race. Max Bouch tries to chase him down and does. Good effort for Max Bouch. Rowley breaks it free for the big gain. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line of the Tigers. Clock running with 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in the first half. Tigers clinging to a 2-point lead. Vikings have the Tigers on their heels. Kennedy takes the snap, wants to hand it off. Gets bobbled. He gets met in the backfield by Bouch and Urbom. Be a loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 11 for the Vikings from the 12-yard line of the Tigers.
Brought down by Bouch and Urbom.
2:30 left here in the second quarter. Tigers leading 8-6. Vikings are threatening. Vikings put 3 wide receivers out to the left in a bunch formation with Maurer in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Maurer drops back to pass, looks at the defense, not going to pass, runs the ball, gets slung out of bounds by Max Bouch.
Maurer on the carry, gain of 5, brought down by Bouch. It'll be 3rd and 5.
It'll be 3rd and 4 for the Vikings from the 5-yard line. That looks like the 6. We'll call it the 6. 3rd and 4 from the 6. Kennedy under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to Rowley. Rowley, nice cut back inside, runs through some Tigers, gets brought down inside the goal line. Rowley with his second touchdown run of the half.
Vance on the carry, good for a Vikings touchdown.
And Vikings take the lead for the first time tonight, 12-8, with 1:51 left here in the second quarter. Bauer under center. Takes the snap. Here's the sneak. He'll easily cross for the 2-point conversion. And just like that, Vikings extend their lead 14-8 over the Tigers. With 1:51 left here in the second quarter, we'll see if the Tigers can do something with the time left. Matthew Rosenthal back to kick for the Vikings. Back to receive is Bouch. Ball. Tigers! No, number 83 for the Tigers, John Olson. Tried to snag that ball, goes off of his fingertips. Vikings player recovers. That'll be the third turnover of the game for the Vikings here in the first half.
The onside kick is recovered by the Vikings.
Good effort by Olson, just couldn't quite drop on it. He's number 83. His favorite pregame food, mac and cheese. Favorite football memory of the year has been his second game. Loves the Vikings and would like to meet Justin Jefferson. So, 1st and 10, Vikings have the ball on their 47-yard line, excuse me. This time they've got Bolter. Payton drops back to pass. Gets caught by Maurer. Maurer makes the contested catch.
Catch made by Maurer.
Yeah, Littlefork Bigfalls will take the timeout. See if they can't get another score here at the end of the first half. With 1:43 remaining in the second quarter, it's 14-8. Vikings have the lead. When we come back, it'll be 1st and 10. Vikings have the ball at the Tigers' 33-yard line. Hey, after that timeout, Vikings take the snap out of the shotgun. Number 22 breaks the tackle in the backfield. Finally gets brought down by Max Bouch, working hard. Flag on the play. Nope. Yeah, there is a flag on the play. Get the call for you as soon as the referees have it figured out. Had a block in the back from the Vikings on number 50. Marty Mason. That's going to push the Vikings back 10. It'll be 1st and 20 here for the Vikings. Well, we have a second. I'd like to give a shout out to the country of Iceland. We've got some Cherry Tiger fans watching over there. Thank you guys for your support for the Cherry Tigers football program. Hope you're enjoying the content. Now Kennedy takes a snap, hands it out to Vance Rowley. Vance, he gets brought down by number 4, Uriah Segon. After a 6-yard gain, 2nd down and 14.
Vance on the carry.
5-yard gain, we'll call it 2nd down and 15 here for the Vikings. Now Kennedy takes the pitch out to Vance. Vance gets the corner, runs upfield, tackled by number 5. Jackson Bayless brings him down after a 4-yard gain. It's 3rd and 11 for the Vikings.
3rd and 11 coming up for the Vikings.
From the Tigers' 34-yard line. With 43 seconds left here in the second quarter. Vikings looking to add to their lead. Number 2 under center drops back. Going for Maurer. Throws the ball up. This time contested. Catch no good. Eli Greenlee there to break up the pass. Nice job by the 8th grader Eli. Breaks it up.
Is no good.
Now
Greenlee on the coverage.
4th and 11 for the Vikings. Tigers hoping to get a stop and go into the second half with a little momentum. 20 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Kennedy back under center for the Vikings. More traditional I formation out of the Vikings now. Swings it out to Maurer. Maurer hands it off to Vance Rowley. Vance Rowley had the Tigers fooled. Gets brought down by Max Bouch. Bouch has been on almost every tackle for the Tigers so far tonight. He's had a busy evening this first half. Littlefork Bigfalls will take their final timeout of the half. When we come back, it'll be 1st and 10 Vikings ball from the 14-yard line of the Tigers. Okay, out of that timeout, it's 1st and 10. Vikings have the ball from Cherry's 14-yard line. Kennedy drops back to pass, throws over the middle. This time it's picked off by Jackson Bayless. Now Bayless on the return, hits the corner. It's a foot race. Tigers. None of the Vikings players are going to catch him. Touchdown. Down he goes. It'll be touchdown, Jackson Bayless. And just like that, Tigers have tied it up. 14 all on Jackson Bayless, pick 6. Bayless picked that ball off at the 1-yard line and raced 99 yards the other direction for the touchdown. So One heck of a way to end the first half for the Cherry Tigers. Lost all momentum. Now they get to head into the second half. We'll see if they can get the lead. Tigers will come out in a wing tee. Jackson Bayless under center. Asher Acosta in motion. Hand the ball off to Bouch. Bouch makes a man miss with a spin move. Tries to get that extra yard. No good. That's going to do it for the first half. Tigers, despite 3 turnovers and a couple of pretty important turnovers. Tigers going to the half with a 14-14 tie with the Vikings. We'll be back after the half. This is Robert Pearson with Cherry Tigers YouTube Sports. Okay, welcome back, football fans. Start of the third quarter. It's 14-14. Vikings do to get the ball here. Kicking off for the Tigers is Lamont Sersha. That'll be Vance Rowley with the ball. Gets ridden down. Stop me if you heard it before. Max Bouch, the first one there for the tackle.
Raleigh brings it back to the 41. Bouch and Seagon in on the tackle.
So, 1st and 10, Vikings take over at their 41-yard line. Handoff goes to Maurer. Maurer gets tackled. Number 40 for Cherry. Reed Lynn got his hand on him in the backfield. Stops him for a short gain, 1-yard gain. 2nd down and 9 for the Vikings. Eli Greenlee over there to finish off the job. Kennedy under center for the Vikings. Takes the snap, hands it out to Rowley Vance, who gets met at the point of attack by number 7, Urbaum. Brings him down for a 1-yard gain. 3rd and 8 now for the Vikings. Uriah Seagon in there with the tackle as well. And his favorite football memory this year is when he got his first touchdown. His favorite colleges are Ohio State, and his favorite NFL franchise is the Vikings. Like to meet Justin Jefferson, and his favorite pregame food is chips with a Pop-Tart. Now Maurer will take the direct snap. Goes to move upfield. Breaks a bunch of tackles. Loses the ball. Cherry's number 2, Lamont Sersha, right place, right time, falls on the turnover. That'll be the Vikings' first turnover of the game.
Tigers will take over at the 43-yard line.
Tigers take over at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Tigers take over now on their end of the field. That's the first turnover of the game for the Vikings. 8:34 remaining here in the third quarter. Tie ball game, 14-14. Two pretty good junior high football teams. Bayless under center. Ubom from the back. Now Bayless rolls out, throws deep. He's got Bouch. Bouch makes the hands catch. Ball squirted out as he went to the ground, but they say he was down first. Bouch comes up hobbling just a little bit. Calls for a little bit of help. Made a fantastic catch and then gets tackled by Maurer. Nice pass from Bayless, and it's 1st and 10, Cherry ball in Vikings territory. Bouch in a little bit of pain. Rolling around on the floor there over on the sideline. We hope he's going to be okay. Tigers 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Eli Greenlee in motion. Handoff goes to number 7, Ubom. Ubom running up the left side, tackled after a short gain on the play.
Urbaum on the carry, gain of 2.
2nd down and 8 for the Tigers from the 20-yard line. Trotting out is Urbaum. Coming in is Sersha. Now Bayless under center. Sersha in the backfield, gets the pitch, cuts up field, makes a nice cut, breaks some tackles. Still on his feet, breaks another tackle. Finally ridden down by big number 70, James Bjort.
Gain of 14 on the play.
First down run, and it's 1st and goal for the Tigers from the 5-yard line of the Vikings. Well, on the Tigers sideline, Bouch on his feet, moving around pretty well. He's going to try to jog it out a little bit. Seems to be fine. I imagine we're going to see him pretty soon. Motion, Eli Greenlee with the ball. Cuts up field. Good hard running, but tackled by Rowley Vance at the 2-yard line of the Vikings. 2nd and goal from the 2. Urbaum checking back in. Sersha having a seat. Tigers come to the line. Bayless under center. Eli Greenlee to the left. He goes in motion. Gives a tap. Bayless keeps the ball. Gets inside for his first touchdown of the game. Tigers retake the lead 20-14. With 5:36 left here in the 3rd quarter, Tigers retake the lead 20-14. Bayless under center. Pitches off to Urbaum. Urbaum tries to cut the corner. Does get it. 2-point conversion. Good. Tigers have an 8-point lead. 22-14 over the Littlefork Bigfalls Vikings. Tigers capitalize on the first turnover of the game for the Vikings. Retake an 8-point lead. 22-14 over the Vikings. Sersha back to kick for the Tigers. Maurer back to receive for the Vikings. There's the kick. It's a good one. Maurer collects it at the 22-yard line. Makes a couple of cuts and then gets brought down at the 39-yard line by number 8, Eli Greenlee. Good solid tackle by Mr. Greenlee. Vikings take over from their 39. It's 1st and 10. Vikings come to the line with Kennedy under center. He's got Maurer, Vance, and Bolter behind him. Handoff goes to Bolter. Bolter ridden down by big number 55 for the Tigers. That's Benelli Esparza on the tackle. Be a short gain of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9 now for the Vikings. Benelli Esparza, 7th grader, number 55. His favorite football memory of the year is winning games and playing with friends and the bus rides as well. He'd like to meet George Kittle. And his favorite pregame food is protein, like from shakes, protein bars, things of that nature. Oh, here's the handoff. Goes to Maurer. Maurer cuts around the edge. This time brought down by Max Bouch. After a long gain on the play, it'll be 3rd and 1.
Bouch with the tackle. That'll bring up first down for the Vikings.
Or, nope. Referees give him the generous spot, and it's 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Vikings at the line. Kennedy under center. Gets the snap, hands it off to Maurer. Maurer upfield. Meets Uriah Seagun head on and drags him for a good 8 yards.
Maurer with the carry.
2nd down and 1
yards,
after the 9-yard gain. Maurer's got about 8 inches, and it looks to be 20 pounds on Seagun as he just picked him up and took him for a ride for about 9 yards there, but Seagun brings him down. Now 2nd and 1 for the Vikings. Kennedy back under center. Hands it off to Vance. Vance cuts up field. Tackled by Seagun yet again. And Urbaum brings him down.
Brought down by Urbaum and Seagun.
Oh, Vikings just methodically marching down the field. It's 1st and 10 in Cherry's territory from their 35-yard line. .255 here left in the 3rd quarter. Vikings down by 8. They have the ball on the Cherry Tigers' 35-yard line. Kennedy gets the snap. He's going to keep it. Good misdirection. That ball is out. And Seagun there to fall on it. Nice play by number 8, Eli Greenlee. Forces the fumble. Seagun there to jump on it. Now it's the Vikings have to turn the ball over as it's 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for the young Vikings. Cherry takes over at their own 26-yard line. Tigers come out in the wing tee. Urbaum in the backfield. Bouch and Greenlee to the wings. Bouch in motion. Gets the pitch. Lets his blocker set up. Cuts it back upfield. Now it's a foot race yet again. Shakes off a tackle from number 22. Now it's just backyard football as he makes a bunch of Vikings miss. And finally brought down by Maurer from the Vikings after a hard 17-yard run, excuse me. It's 1st and 10, Cherry's ball from the Tigers' 44-yard line. Good vision and excellent acceleration from the 8th grader. Two minutes and 10 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Bayless under center for the Tigers, leading 22-14. Bouch in motion. Gets the snap. Wanted to try to throw back. He does. Just throws it up for grabs. That ball dropped. Had a chance in an interception. Maurer can't hang up with it. Can't hang on to it. Bayless, the intended target, comes down pretty hard, gets up a little gingerly. Tigers take a timeout to give their quarterback a few seconds to collect himself. And when we come back, it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Cherry Tigers from their 44-yard line. This is Robert Pearson with Cherry Tigers YouTube Sports. Coming out of that Cherry Tigers timeout, it's 2nd and 10 for the Tigers at their own 44-yard line. They lead 22-14 over the Vikings. Vikings have had 2 possessions, 2 fumbles to show for it offensively this quarter. Tigers come out in the wing tee. Bayless under center. Eli Greenlee goes in motion. Misdirection. That'll be to Bouch. Bouch makes a couple of cuts. Gets brought down by number 4 for the Vikings. That's Bryson Davis on the tackle after the short gain. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Tigers.
Bouch on the carry. Davis with the tackle.
Bayless under center. Greenlee in motion. Handoff goes to Urbaum. Urbaum looking for room to run. Goes up the right side. Uses the shoulder fake to make a Viking miss. Turns nothing into something.
Nice run. It'll be close to a first down.
Looks to be 4th and 1 for the Tigers. From the Vikings 40, call it the 47-yard line. Urbaum did a good job there being patient, using a shoulder fake, making something out of nothing to get a positive gain out of that play. Tigers come up to the line, still out of the wing tee. Jackson Bayless under center. They're going to do the snap. He goes right up the middle. Good, tough run by Bayless. Gives the Tigers a first down.
Bayless with the push. Good for the first down.
It's 1st and 10 for the Tigers and the Vikings 42-yard line. With 53 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Tigers leading 21-14. Tigers looking to finish the year undefeated in junior high football as they came in tonight with a 4-0 record. Tigers coming to the line, still in the wing tee. Seagon in motion. Pitch goes to Urbaum. Urbaum cuts it upfield, dragging a Viking for a couple of yards. That's Matthew Rosenthal there on the tackle. Good hard running by Urbaum. Gets him a 3-yard gain. It's 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers from the 40-yard line. That's going to do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. Heading into the 4th, Tigers lead 22-14 over the Littlefork Bigfalls Vikings. When we come back, it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Tigers from the Vikings 40-yard line. This is Robert Pearson with Cherry Tigers YouTube Sports. All right, football fans, heading into the money quarter. It's 22-14. Tigers holding on to the 8-point lead over the Littlefork Bigfalls Vikings. Tigers are looking at a 2nd and 7 from the Vikings 41-yard line. Tigers pitched to shut out that third quarter courtesy of 2 turnovers from the Vikings, both fumbles in Cherry territory. We'll see if Cherry can capitalize here on that second turnover. They did on the first one. Out of the wing tee, Jackson Bayless under center. Seagon goes in motion. A little bit of a slow motion play there. Referees are going to blow it dead. False start should be on the Tigers. Not the start coaches were looking for here at the start of the fourth quarter. It'll be 2nd and 12 now for the Tigers from the 46-yard line. Bayless under center. Eli Greenlee goes in motion. Urbaum takes the handoff, runs it right up the gut. He's got a big hole. Now it's a foot race, and he gets ridden out of bounds
Urbaum with a big carry
at the 25-yard line of the Vikings. Line opened up a huge hole. Urbaum read it right, made the cut back off to the races, and after that big gain, it's 1st and 10, Cherry's ball at the Vikings' 25-yard line. Tigers come to the line. Bayless under center. Eli Greenlee goes in motion. Bayless keeps the ball this time. Tries to get the corner. Won't do it. Gets pushed out of bounds by number 2, Peyton Bolter, for the Vikings on the short gain. It'll be, we'll call it 2nd and 7. Checking in is Sersha. Having a seat will be Seagon. Sersha in the backfield. Urbaum goes in motion. Hand the ball off to Greenlee. Greenlee makes the cutback, goes upfield. Gets brought down by number 70 for the Vikings, James Bjork, after the short gain. After that 4-yard gain, it's 3rd and 4 for the Tigers from the 20-yard line of the Vikings. Now out of the wing tee. Urbaum in motion. Takes the pitch. Plays. Stopped dead though. Sersha called for the false start for the Tigers. That'll push him back 5 yards. 3rd and 9 for the Tigers. Tigers have been 1 step forward, 2 steps back these last few plays. 8 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Tigers leading 22-14 over the Vikings. Tigers come to the line, still out of the wing tee. Sersha in the backfield. Urbaum and Greenlee to the wings. Greenlee in motion. Bayless takes the snap. He's going to run it himself, looking for the corner. Gets a block. Goes upfield, pushed out of bounds by number 2, Peyton Bolter once again.
Good for 7 yards.
For a third down run is good for
8 yards.
8 yards. It'll be 4th and 1 for the Tigers from the Vikings 16-yard line. Under center. Nice play in the backfield by the Vikings. Number 4, Bryson Davis, just made himself at home and brings down Bayless in the backfield for the stop as the Tigers turn it over on downs. It's 1st and 10 Vikings ball from the 20-yard line of the Vikings. I'd like to thank those of you at home who are watching for doing so and supporting these kids from both teams. If you enjoyed the broadcast, please hit that like button. If you have subscribed to the Cherry Tiger Sports page and you'd like to keep up to date with everything that's going on, please head on over and hit that subscribe button. It's free. And hit that notification tab to keep up to date on all things Cherry Tiger Sports related. Now Kennedy under center. Drops the snap, picks it up, gets the corner, tackled on the edge by Bayless, wrestles him down. Short gain as Kennedy is able to turn the bobble into something positive. And it's 2nd and 8 now for the Vikings.
2 on the play.
7 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Kennedy under center. Hands it off right up the middle to number 4 for the Vikings. That's Bryson Davis who made the defensive play to get the ball back for the Vikings. He runs it up the gut for a short gain. It's 3rd and 5 for the Vikings from their 25-yard line. Kennedy under center, takes the snap, hands it off to Maurer. No, he's going to keep it. He'll get chased down in the backfield by a couple of Tigers for a tackle for a loss. Eli Greenlee back there as well as Sersha on the tackle. And it's 4th and 6. No play, no gain, 4th and 5 now for the Vikings from the 25-yard line of the Vikings. Littlefork Bigfalls calls for the timeout with 5:23 left in the 4th quarter. Vikings looking at a big 4th down when we come back. It's 22-14. Tigers have the lead over the Littlefork Bigfalls Vikings. This is Robert Pearson with Cherry Tigers YouTube Sports. Okay, out of the Vikings timeout, it's 4th and 5 for the Vikings from the 25-yard line. Got a feeling the coaches feel like this could be their play of the game. With 5:23 remaining here in the fourth quarter, Tigers leading 22-14. Mauer out of the shotgun, excuse me. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Looks like he's going to run, not going to do it. Tigers make the stop. This time they weren't fooled. Vikings have tried that a couple of times tonight where they'll put Mauer in the backfield to take the snap. He makes like he's going to pass, and then he takes off running for the long gain. Tigers were ready for it this time as they bring him down before he can get to the marker. Turnover on downs. It's Cherry's ball. 1st and 10 from the Vikings' 27-yard line. Cherry called for the illegal substitution. It'll push him back 5 yards. 1st and 15 now for the Tigers. From the 32-yard line. Well, don't forget, tomorrow night is the last home game of the season for the Cherry Tigers varsity football team as they take on Ogilvie, looking to bounce back from their first loss of the year. Head on out as it'll be senior night for the Tigers. Bayless takes the snap. Urbaum gets the pitch, cuts up field. Now it's a foot race as he cuts through the defense and scores. One play touchdown drive for the Cherry Tigers as Urbaum takes it to the house. 28-14, Tigers have doubled up the Vikings. Bayless under center, out of the wing tee. Urbaum and Greenlee. Urbaum goes in motion. Bayless drops back, looks for Urbaum. That pass broken up. 2-point conversion, no good. Tigers maintain the 28-14 lead over the Vikings with 5:05 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Got a couple of things for some of these kids on the team that we'd like to go through. We've got 8th grader number 18, Ryan Grandguth. His favorite football memory this year was when the team got to 4-0. His favorite pregame food is pretty much anything. Loves the Vikings, and if he ever got a chance, would like to meet J.J. McCarthy. Colton Croteau, number 44. We'll do him next as Sersha set to kick off for the Tigers. Nice kick by Sersha. Ball hits the ground. Mauer there to pick it up for the Vikings as he plows into number 7, Urbaum, who just scored the touchdown. Urbaum rides him down at the 42-yard line of the Vikings. It's going to be 1st and 10 Vikings ball at their 42-yard line. So Colton Croteau, number 44, he's a 7th grader. His favorite football memory this year is when can't quite make that out. Looks like when he taxed my team's quarterback in practice. Likes the University of Virginia Cavaliers for football and would love to meet baby Gronk someday. And favorite food is pizza as number 7 for the Vikings. Breaks a couple of tackles, makes his way upfield. Matthew Rosenthal on the carry. After a gain of 4 yards, it'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Vikings. Next up on our sheets here are number 62, 7th grader Vladimir Stokes. Favorite pregame food is ground beef and rice. Favorite football memory is being 4-0 and hanging out with some friends. Loves the Vikings and would like to meet Justin Jefferson someday. Kennedy under center. Takes the snap, hands off to Maurer. Maurer breaks a couple of tackles, finally rode down by Urbaum. Good, hard first down run by the Vikings football player as it's 1st and 10. Vikings get themselves into Cherry territory. 1st and 10 for the Vikings at Cherry's 46-yard line. Well, next up on our forms here, we've got number 10, 7th grader Asher Acosta. Asher's favorite pregame food is PB&J. One of his favorite football memories this season is Benelli's 2-point conversion on a pass. His favorite college team is Michigan State as Kennedy takes the snap. Hands off to Rowley Vance, met by Jackson Bayless. Bayless swings him out of bounds at the 41-yard line for the Vikings and a 6-yard run. It's 2nd and 4 for the Vikings. And his favorite football player, if he could ever get to meet him, would be George Kittle. Kennedy checks his backfield, gets under center. Takes the snap, hands off to Maurer on the misdirection. Maurer sheds a tackle, goes underneath the Tiger, finally brought down by Bayless after the first down run. It's 1st and 10 for the Vikings at the Tigers' 25-yard line.
Bayless with the tackle.
Next up on our sheets will be number 22. That's Cody Turkala. His favorite pregame food is Dr. Pepper. His favorite football memory is his touchdown at Northwoods. Loves the Vikings and would like to meet Andrew Van Ginkel. Kennedy takes the snap, flag on the play, dead ball. It'll be offsides, false start on the offense. Push them back. 1st and 15 now for the Vikings. We've got Austin James Gibson next on our list, number 11. He's a 7th grader. One of his favorite pregame foods are hot dogs. His favorite football memory is playing defensive end and getting his first tackle of the season. He loves the Vikings and would like to meet Tyreek Hill or Odell Beckham Jr. Kennedy takes the snap, hands off to Rowley Vance. Rowley runs through the middle and a couple of Tigers brought down by number 4, Uriah Segon, after the first down run.
Good for a 9-yard gain.
Well, it's a 9-yard gain, excuse me, not quite the first down run. It'll be 2nd down and 9 now for the Vikings. Minute 42 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Vikings down 28-14. Vance gets the ball again. Met with some ferocity by number 7, Urbaum, as he brings him down.
Vance on the carry. Urbaum.
And finally we have number 5, Jackson Bayless, the quarterback. His favorite pregame food is a cheeseburger. Favorite football memory this year is beating Southridge. Loves the Minnesota Vikings and would love to meet Ashton Gianti. Oh, Maurer on the pitch. Wants to swing it outside. Good play by Urbaum in the backfield and then brought down by Sersha.
John Olson with the tackle.
And John Olson in there as well. Vikings call a timeout. When we come back, it'll be 2nd down and 8 from the 14-yard line with 51 seconds remaining in the 1st quarter. Tigers leading 28-14. Okay, out of that Viking timeout, 2nd down and 8 for the Vikings out of the 14-yard line. Vikings down by 14. Kennedy gets the snap, hands it off to number 20. Fumble on the play, ball hits the ground. Tigers do recover. That's the 3rd turnover of the half for the Vikings.
Fumble on the play. Urban jumps on a loose
Tigers
ball.
had 3 turnovers in the first half, and the Vikings repay the favor by turning the ball over 3 times here in the second half.
3-3 formation. 3-3 formation.
43 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Tigers take over the ball in their territory, leading 28-14. Well, as the game comes to a close, we'd like to congratulate the junior high team on going undefeated at 5-0 this year. Congratulations to the coaches Tad Greenlee, Jake Shaver, Alex Acosta, Dave Primus, and Micah Stokes. And just a reminder, the boys varsity team is at home tomorrow. Kickoff at 7 o'clock as they take on Ogilvie in what is senior night for the Cherry Tigers. Victory formation. Bayless will just take a knee. I'd like to thank those of you at home who have been watching for doing so. If you enjoyed the broadcast, please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the Cherry Tiger Sports page, please head on over and hit that subscribe button. It's free to do so. And then click on that notification tab to keep up with all things Cherry Tiger Sports related. Once again, congratulations to the Cherry Junior High football team on an undefeated season. Fellas, you've earned it. Can't wait to watch what you got coming forward. We'll see you tomorrow night. This has been Robert Pearson with Cherry Tigers YouTube Sports from Tom